Thank you. Yes, thank you. Master of Ceremonies, Distinguished Toastmaster Taufiq. We are going to do a show and tell. What do I mean by show and tell? I'm going to show you something. Whatever Toastmaster Vishal has just explained, we are going to create like a magic show. But this is a different kind of magic show. Here, the magic show is where you're enthralled with something that the magician does, maybe a card trick. But at the end of it, what does he do? He normally doesn't share his secrets, but some magicians, they share their secrets so that we can all become magicians. So my goal today is to create this magical event, a hybrid contest, a table topic contest, and at the end, assuming it goes as planned, if it goes as planned, then I will show you how we have managed to do it. But there is a Murphy's Law, as was observed in the previous presentation. If something has to go wrong, it will go wrong. And if that happens, I will quickly change my workshop title to Things to Avoid in a Hybrid Meeting, rather than telling you how to do a hybrid meeting. So let's see what version we get. So we are going to do a mock table topic contest. And to conduct the contest, we have with us the effervescent and charming distinguished Toastmaster Priscilla Dias. She was crowned the District 20 Evaluation Champion at the last district event. And ever since, it looks like her primary job is delivering workshops on evaluation, how to deliver humorous speech for clubs and districts around the globe. With a big round of applause, let us invite a contest chair. Distinguished Toastmaster Priscilla, over to you.
Thank you, Distinguished Toastmaster Cajetan Barretto. To begin with the mock table topic speech contest, dignitaries, distinguished judges, fellow Toastmasters and guests, welcome to the table topic speech contest for the year 2023-24. I am Toastmaster Priscilla Dias, your contest chair. Contestants have drawn their speaking order as follows. Judges and timers, please note down their names. Contestant number 1, Suhan Abdul Munaf. Suhan Abdul Munaf, contestant number 1. Contestant number 2, Lavanya Loganathan. Lavanya Loganathan, contestant number 2. Timing, speeches shall be 1 to 2 minutes. Contestants who speak less than 1 minute and more than 2 minutes 30 seconds will be disqualified. Timer, Toastmaster Dinesh Kumar Pal, kindly demonstrate the timing device when I read the timing criteria. Green signal will be displayed at 1 minute and will remain displayed for 30 seconds. The yellow signal will be displayed at 1 minute 30 seconds and will remain displayed for 30 seconds. The red signal will be displayed at the 2nd minute and will remain displayed until the speech is concluded. No audible device will be used to indicate overtime period. We have one topic for the contest, and this will be read to all contestants. May I request the moderator to move online contestants to the breakout room with the Sergeant at Arms and the physical contestants to the isolation room, except contestant number 1. Moderator, please confirm.
Contestant is in the breakout room. Please continue.
And Sergeant at Arms?
Yes, Sergeant at Arms in the breakout room also.
Thank you, moderator. Contestant number 1. Suhan Abdul Munaf. Given a choice, would you change yourself or would you change the world? Given a choice, would you change yourself or would you change the world? Suhan Abdul Munaf.
Well, there's a saying, change is inevitable, change is constant. Contest master, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear friends, let me ask you, what do you want to change? Change yourself or change the world? If I'm in your place, I would like to do both, but not together, just one step at a time. First, I'll start with changing myself, because in order to know the world, I need to know myself first. And if I'm in a place where, okay, these are the things that needs to be changed, then slowly and steadily, the world which is with me will also change along. If I think, oh, that I can change the world in one day, then it's not possible, because Rome was not built in a day. It took ages to build. Same way, the world cannot change. It took, it will take time for it to change. So that's why what I will do is, first I will learn, develop, and change myself to the maximum, that the world which is around me, where you all are with me, will change accordingly and smoothly and steadily. With that, thank you so much, Contest Master.
Thank you. 1 minute silence for the judge to mark their ballot. And moderator, kindly bring in contestant number 2.
Yes. Contestant number 2 is in the room.
Thank you, moderator. Contestant number 2, how are you doing?
I'm doing great.
You're perfectly audible and visible. Contestant number 2, can you speak? How are you doing today? Can you speak a little louder?
I'm doing great.
Okay, great. Now you are audible and visible. I would like to remind you to pin the timer.
Yeah, I did.
Take your speaking position and indicate your readiness by show of thumbs up.
Yeah, ready.
Contestant number 2, Lavanya Loganathan. Given a choice, would you change yourself or would you change the world? Given a choice, would you change yourself or would you change the world? Lavanya Loganathan.
Be the change that you wish to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. If I was given a choice between these two, I always prefer change to change myself. Make it more clear. Let me share one incident with you. In my childhood, my dad's friend came home in need of financial support. My dad was about to give the money. Suddenly, my mom stopped. Honey, no, this is not the right day to give. So, my father also did the same thing. He didn't give the money. He asked his friend to come tomorrow. I asked my mom, why you did this, mom? This is Friday, so we can't give, she said. I asked, so what? Now you don't understand anything. Leave it. She went off. It was keep on running on my mind. So I thought to get rid of all these superstitious beliefs in my future. After growing up, I proved my mom these are superstitious beliefs by spending money and giving money on Fridays. So the change starts from me. She agrees with me now. So friends, always change starts with ourselves. My choice is always to change yourself. Thank you. Over to Contest Master.
Thank you. 1 minute silence for the judges to mark their ballot. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters guests, thank you. And we come to the end of this mock contest, table topic speech contest. Over to distinguished Toastmaster Cajetan.
Thank you. Can you spotlight me to the rest? That one. Cajetan Barretto free. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, remove the other one. Which part of my workshop I should deliver now? A magical show, or was it something that I need to tell you that it did not go well, so I need to change my workshop to how not to do something? Of course, I can't see anything in the chat, but maybe Dinesh, can you tell me whether I should proceed with my first version or the second version? Anyway, I will go with the first version, assuming that the contest went flawlessly. By flawlessly, what do I mean? It met the minimum requirements of conducting a contest in which the playing field was leveled for all the contestants. What do I mean by that? It means that the contestant who was in the physical room was heard clearly by you all online. And that's why you all are saying magical show. And also at the same time, when the online contestants spoke, it was flawlessly audible and visible to us here in the room. That means we are making best use of both the technologies, but we are not keeping any barriers or disadvantages to either participants. And to do that, minimum criteria is met. And today I'm going to show you basically the practical version of what Vishal explained in the previous session. In this room, there are two laptops, and I'll move on to the first laptop, which controls the display. And this laptop is very simple. It has only one purpose, and the purpose is to connect this laptop to the projector. So whatever you see on this laptop, it is connected via an HDMI cable over here. And that comes and appears on the large TV, which is in this room. As mentioned by Vishal, it could have been a projector if the room was very big, or it could have been a bigger screen. But for the purpose of this room, we already had a TV, so there was no need to go for a projector because whatever is visible on the screen is good enough. An interesting thing about this is whenever a speaker comes on the stage, what it does is we black out this screen like this, so that the speaker who is speaking in this room gets full attention without any distraction that might appear on the projector or on the TV. And when the online speaker is speaking, the person controlling this will simply switch and show us the Zoom meeting. How was it done? Basically, I just had a PowerPoint presentation with a black background, and we switch between that and the Zoom meeting. So that is the first laptop. Before I go to the second laptop, I want to show you how we have managed to. The video is a little bit weak. A timer, international timer Dinesh Kumar Pal. He is the timer both for the online audience as well as for the physical. For the online, he is using his timing device. And that's what we see in the Zoom meeting. But when the physical speaker comes, he gets a different kind of timing device, which is a timing light from Toastmasters. So here, when he starts, you can see the light turning to green, orange, and red. And because he's such a meticulous timer, he has also brought in signaling cards as a backup. Murphy's law, if something has to go wrong, it might go wrong. So if the light doesn't work, he'll use the signaling device. As far as the second laptop is concerned, this is where the laptop is connected to a web camera, and that is what you all observed when Suhan came and delivered his speech. That was through a simple webcam that was connected to the laptop. But what makes this screen, or what makes this event magical? It is one thing, which is the sound. In fact, as I can see, my video is not coming through very clearly, but I'm sure that my audio is coming through you loud and clear. And the reason is because I'm using some kind of system that, as I said, levels the playing field between what the physical people are speaking and the online people are speaking. And Vishal mentioned this, that the sound depends on the room itself. If the room is very small, maybe you can get away with just using your laptop. But what if you want to, let's say, have an event or a contest where you're expecting 50 people, 100 people? In which case, as Vishal was mentioning, you might need something like this, a loudspeaker connected to our laptop over here. And to make that work, Vishal also mentioned about something called a mixer. So this speaker that I'm using actually has a built-in mixer. And when I say mixer, what do we mean by a mixer? There are two cables connected to this mixer. So this cable is the sound from the Zoom meeting coming into the speaker, so we can hear everybody loud and clear. When an online speaker speaks, we hear through this input. And my microphone is connected to the second input. So because there are two inputs, that's why we call it a mixer. The input from the online audience, the input from the speaker who's on the stage, together the sound is mixed and then outputted through this cable, and that cable comes into the laptop over here. So we have in the USB two cables coming here. One is going out to the speaker and one is coming into the laptop. Let me spotlight the other one. This one. Remove the spotlight. Give me a second. Testing 1, 2, 3. Yeah, testing. Okay, so that is how we set up a hybrid meeting. You can see me clearly there?
Yeah.
So we did notice a problem when I was demonstrating, because one of the devices, the video was not coming through clearly, but I'm sure my audio came through clearly because it was through another device. And these are the challenges that we need to overcome. And the problem that was, at least today, I identified is the internet. We need as good an internet as possible. So I did manage to have good internet for 2 of my laptops, but here using 5G even, sometimes it does give problems. So the best thing is to test it over and over again. So what is the story here? If you want to conduct your hybrid meetings at the area level, at the division level, at the club level, when you're talking about a club level, you might not need the speaker that I was talking about, because as long as you have a good microphone, the people who are online will be able to hear us clearly. And I don't need the speaker because you can hear me clearly here, right? When is the speaker required? When the room is big and you know that when the speaker comes on the stage and he has to speak and the audience is far away, that's when the amplification is needed. We need to amplify the sound of the speaker. And to do that, you need either a big speaker with a built-in mixer, or you need a separate mixer connected to a big loudspeaker. If you're conducting this kind of events in a hall, like a hotel, they usually have this ready-made. All you have to do is take your laptops, as I mentioned to you, one laptop to be connected to the projector, one laptop for controlling the sound and the camera, and the third laptop, of course, is the timer. Additional laptop could be for the sergeant at arms. So you need a couple of laptops. You need one web camera, and you need a good sound system. You will notice that I use 2 types of devices. A device that can be hooked to the speaker, and this is useful for speakers. When they want to give their speeches, you want to make sure that they can move around, they can use their hand gestures without bothering and holding something in their hand. So you need this kind of speaker, And this one essentially ensures that the audio from the speaker goes to the online audience loud and clear. A handheld one is usually a good thing for the officials, the district, because what happens is if you use this one for everyone who wants to come and speak, sometimes they forget that they have a microphone connected on their left, and they go to maybe they go out also, and you've suddenly lost your microphone. So keep this one just for the speakers. As they come in, you hook them up. When they get out of the stage, you remove it. This one, you keep it either on the stage so that anybody who comes and speaks, they're not going to walk away with your microphone, correct? Because it's big. You can even put it on the lectern, so they come and speak, and then they go. So you need this minimum 2 microphone setup. And in my opinion, audio is the leveler. It makes the contest sound great. Once again, if you are conducting this kind of events in a hotel where they have these microphones, where they have the speakers, then all you need is laptops and a camera. But if you have to conduct everything by yourself and you don't have, let's say, a TV, you don't have a big speaker, a loudspeaker, and you don't have a mixer, maybe you'll have to rent it out for that one day. But it's quite easy. You just set up the speaker, set up the mixer, input and output into your laptop, and you are done. So I hope you understood the concept here of conducting hybrid meetings, because as area directors, as division directors, you all will be now soon expected to conduct these events. And you need to have those magicians in your team who understand these basic concepts. Which laptops have to be connected, and one very important thing, when there are 3, 4 laptops connected, if you don't connect them properly, there will be a lot of echo in the room, which means only one laptop should be connected to your sound. The rest of the laptops, they have to be disconnected from the audio. And once you do that, everything sounds and works great. With that, I have come to the end of my session. And unless there is anything else to be cleared, it is back to you, Taufik, DTM, Master of Ceremonies.